What's that? You have to drink even more water when the sun gets warmer and the temperature's hotter out there. Hello everyone, welcome back to another week on Mounjaro, week 41. Yes, we will be getting into a little bit of a conversation in a minute. I've got something I need to talk about so far as maintenance. First of all though, like every other week, should we go through the food diary? And this is part of what I want to talk about because I've got a bit of a dilemma. Right, let's get on to week 41. 41, yes. Those scales are evil. Okay, so last Friday, guess what I had for breakfast? shredded wheat and fruit. What a surprise. Plus I had lunchtime egg, ham, salad, chicken breast and 2 boiled eggs, and for tea a Jim Kitchen chicken katsu and chocolate mousse. Guess what? 1990 calories. So I'm this part of 2000. Yes. It won't last. Saturday, shredded wheat and fruit, ham, egg, salad and chicken. And then Jim Kitchen tikka and a mousse, 1925 calories. Sunday, shredded wheat and fruit, ham, egg, salad and chicken. And then in the evening, Subway chicken and cheese with baked beans. That's a spud, baked potato from Subway, and a My Protein chocolate mousse, 2,350 calories. Monday, 2 poached eggs on toast, mushrooms and beans. Lunchtime, a tuna cucumber sandwich and boiled eggs. And then late afternoon, a lamb shish kebab from the kebab shop. So it's just like the lamb shish kebabs, the cubes cut up, shoved in a pita bread with some salad. And then some tempura chicken as well. And a My Protein chocolate mousse, 2,083 calories. Tuesday, shredded wheat and fruit. Proper chips prawn cocktail. I went to the cinema, so I didn't have time to have anything at lunchtime. I took one of those large bags of proper chips. They were nice actually, the prawn cocktail ones, but it's like 400 calories a bag. And then in the evening we had a Chinese takeaway and My Protein chocolate mousse, 2,386 calories. Wednesday, shredded wheat and fruit, ham, egg salad and chicken breast. For lunch, Jim Kitchen tikka. For tea and My Protein chocolate mousse, 1,886 calories. And Thursday, shredded wheat and fruit, brewer's fare, smothered chicken, ham, egg, salad and chicken breast for tea, and a My Protein chocolate mousse. And that was a whopping 2,435 calories. So it's been mixed, it's been up and down. And this is one of my problems, that I can't keep a stable amount of calories. Sometimes I'm like 1,800, sometimes I'm like 2,300, depending on what you have through the day. And it's not easy to say you're going to have like 1,800 calories on this day if you're out and you've got limited options. Here's my thing. Now, putting my stuff into TDEE calculator, it says that my maintenance is 2,615 calories. Knock off 500 calories, so I should be aiming about 2,115, which is pretty good then. That's pretty good considering, yeah, I go over a few times, but out of the last week, I was over 3 times. I was in the 2,300s. NutriCheck tells me that my calories should be 2,435, so nearly 150 calories less. So I'm not sure what to go by. I've been going by NutriCheck to keep the lower end of it. But I am, as my weight is coming down and as I am eating less and less calorie wise, I'm finding it difficult to stay in the calorie area of where I should be. When I first started, it was not a problem because I was like, you can have 3,000 calories while you're on it, and then 2,700 calories. And as it's going down, it's going right down to like, I should be having around about 1,800, 1,900 calories. Some days it is a bit tricky to keep it to that. So I might have to look at some of the things that I am eating. I know I have, you know, a Subway baked potato with cheese and beans, which comes out at about 550 calories. So it's not too bad, really. You know, it's a normal meal. A Chinese takeaway is always going to be high. A Toby Carvery, although I've got the Toby pretty worked out well, but it still comes in at about 600, 700 calories when you add the ice cream. So I could knock the ice cream on the head. And the Brewer's Fare smothered chicken comes out around about 500 calories as well. Not that that's going to be going on for much longer, considering that all the Brewer's Fare and beef eaters have now going to be shut down. So yes, we're going to be losing our Brewer's Fare, but there's news it might be turned into either a Toby Carvery, God, or a Harvester. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. So there's going to be a couple of 3,000 something job losses or something out of all these restaurants, and all the beef eaters are going to be closing. Yes, it's something to do with Premier Inn, and it's all Rachel Reeves' fault. Anyway, that's another conversation. So yeah, that's my problem at the moment, is eating the right things, staying within those calories. Yeah, it is a challenge. It is a challenge. Anyway, let's not delay anything else. So I've had a little chat there. I've got the scales already set up. So let's go over and check out what the scales are going to say this week. Walking wise, I've actually done a lot of walking this week. Probably 2 miles in my lunch break on a Saturday last week, 2 miles in my lunch break on Sunday. Monday, I walked around a town, kind of like a long up and down stretch of a town. So that was a good 7,000 steps. So most days I'm doing about 7,000 steps. And also yesterday I did quite a few as well. Anyway, let's go and get on those scales. Last week it was £2, wasn't it? £2 loss last week, £1 loss the week before, and £4 loss the week before that. And that was coming off that plus one. Yeah, so still don't know what happened there. Anyway, let's go and weigh in, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so last week I lost £2. Really happy with that. The week before £1, and the week before that £4. So 3 good consecutive weeks. I think it's been about 6 weeks, 6 or 7 weeks since I did my 0. Let's have a look, see where we are this week. What? Not again. I did £1 on. That happened a couple of weeks ago, didn't it? That happened about 4 weeks ago. But then the following week I got £4 off. Well, it's not fat. It's definitely not fat, because I've been within my deficit. So it must be muscle or water retention again. That's really annoying. Here we go again. Plus. I don't know what is going on with these scales. I never used to have pluses, even when I was eating a little bit more than usual. I mean, I am keeping my protein. My protein is about 150 grams a day. Fibre, 30. Water, 3 to 4 litres of water a day. Exercise, getting out there, walking. I don't know. I don't know if it is water retention again, or if it is just added muscle. I have no idea why for the last month I've had 2 pluses when over 40 odd weeks I've not had a plus. I've had a few zeros, but not a plus. So I'm not sure what's going on there. So I'm going to keep an eye on those scales I don't know if I'm going to weigh myself every day this week. I'll probably weigh myself Monday. And then I'll weigh myself again maybe on Thursday or Friday when I do the video. Yeah, but it's a doozy. It's a doozy. Yeah, I can understand if it had stayed as a 0, but again, another plus. I haven't gone over 2,400 calories, and my maintenance, according to TDEE, is 2,600. And Nutritrek is 2,435 calories, but that's the maintenance. And from what I understand, in order to put a pound on, you've got to eat like 3,000 calories over your maintenance. I don't know. Weird. It could just be the body doing what the body does. I'll tell you what, though, I have had a new pair of jeans delivered yesterday. Now, I started this journey last July on, I think it was waist size 62 inches. Tent size. Yeah. And I've been coming down in the sizes. Pretty routine. Now, I got down to 52 inch waist. And yeah, they were perfect. They were a little bit snug. Now they are a little bit loose. And I'm having to use another hole in the belt. So I thought 52 inch, don't order a 50, order a 48. You know, it might be a little bit of a squeeze, but at least you've got it there and you can just get straight into it. I did order the 48s about a month or so ago. They are a little bit on the snug side, not leg-wise, but around the waist. You know, you'd have to breathe in and it would be a little bit uncomfortable, a little bit squeezy. So I decided a couple of days ago, just get some 50s. Just buy some 50s. You're on 52 at the moment. Buy some 50s and then you can get into the 48s whenever you want. So I've got the 50s. The 50s are perfect. Yeah, they don't need a belt with them. And there's room in them. So I'm glad. I am down from 62 inch waist to 50 inch waist. And hopefully in the next couple of months, I'll hit that 48 inch waist. And that's quite a big land mile? Land mile? Is that the word? That's a big land mile. It don't sound right. I think it is. Whatever. Yeah. Anyway, so that's that. Oh no. I'm just looking at that pink board. I can't be arsed. To be perfectly honest, I got 7 stars on there. I can't be arsed to remove a star and then go and put, what, 13 hearts on it? Nah, bollocks. I'm not doing that. I'm going to leave it as it is. I'm going to leave it as 7 stars as a reminder. And then next week, hopefully next week or the week after, I can just carry on from where I'm going. But I'm not removing anything off that board. I'll just leave it as it is because this is just like a little fluctuation. It's not fat weight. So we'll leave it as it is. So there we go. So that is everything this week. Not what I'd hoped for, but you get these weeks. And it could just be the body adjusting. I don't know anybody called Justin. Oh, apart from Blue Justin. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's a weird one. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like it by giving it some thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, comment and share. See you on the next video next week, where hopefully we'll be going down instead of going up. See you next week.